Can Yaman and Demet Özdemir. Two names that, when spoken together, still have the power to make millions of fans around the world stop, listen, and feel. Their story is not just about two actors who once shared the screen, it is about a phenomenon, a cultural wave that blurred the lines between fiction and reality, between love scripted for television and love whispered about behind the cameras. And now, once again, their relationship, whatever shape it has taken, has stunned everyone. It is a love shock, a reminder that some connections refuse to fade, no matter how much time passes, no matter how many new headlines appear. To understand why the world reacts so strongly to the names of Can and Demet, we must return to where it all began. Erkenci Kuş, Daydreamer, was not just another romantic comedy, it was a series that captured hearts across continents. The characters they played, Sanem and Can, were vibrant, complicated, and deeply human. But what elevated the show beyond the script was the chemistry between its leads. Can Yaman and Demet Özdemir lit up the screen in a way that felt too real to be rehearsed, too raw to be manufactured. Every glance between them, every brush of the hand, every smile seemed charged with an electricity that millions of viewers felt in their bones. Very quickly, the audience could no longer separate the characters from the actors. Were Can and Demet simply playing roles, or were they revealing something deeper? Paparazzi photos of them laughing together off-set only added fuel to the fire. Magazine covers speculated endlessly, social media exploded with theories, and fans around the world began rooting not just for Sanem and Can, but for Can and Demet themselves. Suddenly, what was meant to be fiction had become one of the most talked about love stories in real life. And yet, like all great stories, theirs was filled with mystery. Neither confirmed nor denied the rumors. When asked about their relationship, they danced around the question, offering smiles, playful answers, or evasive comments. But their silence only amplified the obsession. Fans dissected interviews, looked for hidden clues, analyzed body language, and clung to every interaction. For a time, it felt as though the entire world was holding its breath, waiting for them to admit what seemed obvious, that something real was happening between them. As the series ended and both actors moved on to new projects, fans struggled to let go. Demet pursued her career with focus and grace, taking on roles that showcased her range and cemented her status as one of Turkey's most beloved actresses. Can, on the other hand, set his sights on international fame. He moved to Italy, took on ambitious projects like Sandokan, and became a household name across Europe. Their paths diverged, but their names remained linked. Even years later, whenever one appeared in the headlines, the other's name was not far behind. And now, the shock has returned. Recent revelations about their relationship, whether it be lingering affection, private meetings, or simply the undeniable echoes of their past, have once again sent shockwaves through their fanbase. Love shock, the headlines read, because no one expected to feel this way again. Just when the world had started to believe that their story was over, new whispers emerged, reigniting the flame of speculation. Were they seen together again? Did Can drop subtle hints in his interviews? Did Demet's emotional words in a recent appearance point back to him? The answers may not be clear, but the impact is undeniable. The connection between them still stuns everyone. Why does this story have such power? Because it speaks to something universal. We all know what it is like to have a love that lingers, a bond that feels unshakable, even when life pulls us in different directions. For fans, Can and Demet represent that timeless what-if, the love that could have been, the love that maybe still is. Their story reminds us that passion can defy time, distance, and even silence. The media, of course, thrives on this. Every photo, every cryptic post, every public statement becomes fodder for endless analysis. Was that bracelet Demet wore a gift from Can? Did his sudden return to Istanbul mean more than just business? Were their smiles at industry events a sign of reconciliation or just professionalism? The lines blur, and the audience is left in a frenzy of hope and heartbreak. For Can Yaman, the pressure is immense. He has built a global career, one that demands focus and sacrifices. Yet he cannot escape the shadow of Demet Özdemir. No matter where he goes, no matter who he dates, comparisons are inevitable. And for Demet, the story is just as complicated. She is her own star, successful in her own right, but still tied in the public imagination to a relationship she has never confirmed. For both, this bond is both a blessing and a burden, a gift of unmatched chemistry and a weight of constant speculation. And so, we arrive at the present moment, when once again, their relationship, however defined, has stunned everyone. Is it a rekindling of old love? Is it the persistence of deep friendship? Or is it simply the echo of something so powerful that it will never truly fade, no matter the reality? Perhaps the truth lies somewhere in between. Perhaps Can and Demet will always share a connection that defies easy explanation, one that belongs to them alone, even as the world watches. What is certain is this: their story is not finished. Whether they ever come together again romantically, whether they continue on separate paths, or whether their bond evolves into something entirely new, their names will always carry the weight of their shared past. The world will always remember Sanam and Can, the magic of Daydreamer, and the love shock that continues to ripple through time. In the end, the reason this relationship stuns everyone is not because it is scandalous or shocking in the usual tabloid sense. It is because it reminds us of something we all crave: a love so strong that it lingers, a bond so deep that it refuses to die, a connection so powerful that even silence cannot erase it. Can Yaman and Demet Özdemir may never tell the full truth of their relationship, but maybe they don't need to. Because in the eyes of millions, the truth is already clear. And that is why the love shock of Can and Demet will never fade. It is not just their story, it is ours too, but perhaps the most fascinating part of this ongoing saga is the way it continues to evolve with time. Each generation of fans discovers Daydreamer anew, streaming it on platforms, sharing clips on TikTok, and falling in love with the timeless chemistry between Can and Demet. For younger viewers, it feels fresh, as though it happened yesterday. For longtime fans, it is a reminder of a moment in television history that will never be replicated. This constant rediscovery keeps the story alive, ensuring that the names of Can and Demet are never far from public consciousness. Moreover, the parallels in their personal journeys keep adding fuel to the fire. When Demet shines in a new drama, fans ask whether Can has secretly sent her support. When Can embarks on a bold international project, they wonder if Demet is watching proudly from afar. These imagined connections are not just gossip, they are expressions of the emotional investment fans have made in their story. It is as if the world collectively refuses to let them go, holding on to the hope that destiny may still weave their paths together. In a way, Can and Demet have become symbols. They represent the idea that love, whether real or imagined, can transcend borders, languages, and even time. Their story has inspired novels, fan fiction, and endless speculation, proving that sometimes the most powerful romances are the ones that live in the space between truth and fantasy. And as long as their names are spoken together, the love shock will continue to echo, surprising, inspiring, and captivating everyone who believes in love's unbreakable power.